So I've been reading a lot of self-help books lately. Not just because it's my job and I'm fascinated with self-improvement, but because fix me! Please, any of you fix me! I'm broken. And one that I read that was incredibly thought-provoking was Brené Brown's The Power of Vulnerability. Though the book has a lot of amazing insights, the one I want to talk about today is about play. So Brené's research stresses the importance of creative play to lead a life of joy. And what I actually found most surprising is that she states that unharnessed creativity doesn't actually go anywhere. Instead, if you're not utilizing your creative self, it manifests itself as stress, judgment, anxiety, and so much more awful stuff. And I thought this explains so much to me. Because you know people who are like, oh well, no, I don't do any of that losery stuff. I mean, painting is just pointless and dancing makes you look dumb and pottery is just for idiots. I mean, I'm a super serious lawyer and I do incredibly serious lawyer stuff. I feel like we all know someone who just totally looks down on any kind of hobby or creative endeavor, and they're all just kind of bitter, right? And I was like, oh, this is why, because they're not being creative, so all this repressed energy is just making them very unpleasant. And I know what you're thinking. Anna, you're just saying that because it's your job to be creative. I mean, some of us don't have that luxury. Some of us have families, careers in non-creative fields, and like hundreds of cats to take care of. First of all, you can play with your cats. And second, if you have a career in a creative field, I don't think that necessarily means you're using your creative energy. Let me explain. So Brené Brown describes two factors that determine play. They are one, you never want it to end, and two, it has no discernible purpose. And when I heard this, I was like, wow, I don't know what in my life actually meets these two categories. Even though I get to be creative all the time, it doesn't necessarily feel like play. I mean, it kind of feels like work. And sometimes I resent creativity because there's so much pressure to be imaginative in order to be relevant or successful, which is not fun. It just feels like you're going insane. Okay, so are we gonna do the sketch about dicks this week? Well, we've never approached it from a satirical angle. Exactly. How I feel about dick pics is more of a confessional vlog style. Here's what I'll do to your dick is a public service announcement that satirizes violence against fruits and vegetables in an effort to demonstrate how ludicrous it is to send a photo of your genitalia to someone you don't know as a courting favor. I just don't think that dicks are on trend anymore. And if we want to go that route, that's exactly but then nobody's on surgery. We just have to settle on like one idea, just one idea. Cats or dicks. It's all we have. Cats or dicks. And I've started to make Brené's stressed importance on play a huge factor in my life. Because I've definitely felt myself over time become judgmental or bitter or anxious if I'm not doing anything that brings me joy. I mean, that just makes a lot of sense, right? And who wants to hang out with someone who is all those things? So recently, I've written down, what is play for me? What do I love and I never want to end that has no discernible purpose other than it's fun? So I've been trying to dive more into like animation with poems like The Moment I Threw Your Toothbrush Away and Palindrome. And I'm also doing a stop motion project called Delore that I'm incredibly excited about. And though you guys may think, hey, those sound like they have a discernible purpose, as in they're going on your channel. Yes, you're technically right, I will definitely put them up, but they don't have a real purpose because they're kind of just one-offs that I'm sinking money into that I can't necessarily make into a bigger property. So they're purely passion projects, and I've started to rediscover how much I really love animation. When I was a teenager, I actually wanted to be an animator in like Pixar or Disney, and I would pull all of these unintentional all-nighters because I loved drawing so much. And though I'm not animating these personally, the process of making something from absolutely nothing come to life is still so wild and awesome to me. And beyond that, of course, I've tried to think of activities that fall into these categories, like Nerf gun fights, hiking, camping, crafting, and trying to be much more engaged in those activities to give myself more joy. But what about you? What activities are play for you? And are you doing them enough? Or are you doing them at all? I'm Akana. Stay right here for an animated ad from Miss Bethany Radloff. Thank you to Squarespace for sponsoring today's video. Squarespace has beautiful, award-winning templates and an all-in-one platform, so there's no need to install patches or upgrades ever. They also have 24-hour customer service for whenever creative inspiration strikes, and if you need a domain, they offer a simple and unique setup experience. With Squarespace, you can create any kind of website, whether you're an artist, photographer, or just want a dedicated fan page for your cats. Go to squarespace.com/Anna to start your free trial today and use the offer code Anna for 10% off at checkout.